here in Toronto. I thought I'd try and find a quiet place that I could maybe just do. I want to give you an update on my adventures in Ottawa. I was in Ottawa from Monday afternoon until last night, or yesterday afternoon, I guess. Left there and arrived home last night. So I just thought I'd give you an update on how that went. I am wearing my theylied.ca hat, which I was wearing in Ottawa, and but I forgot to mention that, so I thought I better wear that hat and mention that. So theylied.ca, please, if you have not been on that site, certainly recently, but if at all, please go on the site theylied.ca. There's lots and lots and lots of information there. And so if you have questions about things, or if your friends do, or whatever, it's a really good site to get um, some information all compiled. It's been revamped and it looks really, really good. So thanks for those that do that page. Great job, guys and people. I don't want to just say guys because then people think it's just guys, but for all the people that work on that site, good job, good work. So, Ottawa. Um, yeah, I went there kind of a sort of a little bit last minute. My friends Priscilla and Butch and Clint and Catherine were going to be to kind of to I'd say participate, but there was the National Prayer Breakfast that was going on the Tuesday, and that National Prayer Breakfast is an annual thing that has been happening since 1964. So they were going to go to that and but actually do their own thing outside. They weren't going inside. So I went with them, and on the Tuesday they did their thing outside, and I filmed some of that. So you can go down, look at a couple of videos, live streams, past live streams, and you can see what that's all about. So I did that, but on the Monday, we arrived on the Monday, and I went over to the West Block on my own, and I had the Axe the Tax banner that many of you may have seen me hold, and I held that over up the West Block. So this is kind of what I'll start with this kind of update as to how that went. And I think it went well in a lot of ways. Certainly, conservatives gave me the nod and thumbs up, and but I and the Liberals and the NDP, of course, they want nothing to do with it. And even some of the Liberals that I tried to talk to, one of them being Adam Van Couverden, I said, hey, axe the tax. And he says, that'll never happen, or that's not going to happen, or something to that effect. And I didn't film it, I didn't live stream any of that, but you'll just have to kind of take my word, I guess. But even here's what I want to say a bit. The conservatives were definitely thumbs up, and we're happy enough to see that out there. But now it could have been my imagination, but I did get this feeling that they were a little cautious about being around me with this Axe the Tax banner. Again, it could have been my imagination, but but to the understandably so, after the incident with Pierre Poilievre stopping in at the Axe the Tax rally at the Nova Scotia-New Brunswick border, and the Diagolon and the F. Trudeau flag, it's just, made a mess of things. And, not that it should, but of course the Liberals they're trying to grab at everything because they are definitely very desperate. And so they should be, but they are definitely very desperate. So I kind of got that feeling that they were a little cautious about it, but because I was understanding of that, I didn't push it or bug them about it or anything. So I just stood there for about 2 hours in front of the West Block, like opposite the stairs, if any of you know the West Block. But oh yeah, I'm just looking at myself here. I definitely got sunburned all here. My arms, my face had already been sunburned, so I was pretty good there. But yeah, I definitely got sunburnt. So it was really warm. So I was in layers, of course, and I kind of stripped down, and my arms are all burnt. And anyway, so yeah, I understood that they would be a bit cautious of possibly me. Who knows? Doing something that would get them further into some quagmire of whatever. So anyway, I did that for a couple of hours, and then went over to the Red Pepper for dinner with my friends, and of course Rose at the Red Pepper. If any of you don't know about the Red Pepper, it's a Thai food restaurant out by Rose, and I'm sorry Rose, I don't know your last name, but um, we had a nice dinner together. And the Red Pepper has been kind of a home for freedom fighters in Ottawa. They kept their restaurant open during the truck convoy, and it has become kind of a symbol of freedom at the Red Pepper. So if you're in Ottawa, check that out. It's on Queen Street near Bank. Just look it up and you'll find out where it is. So there was that, and then we walked around. After dinner, we went down to the Byward Market, which is really pretty and nice, and we did that. And then Tuesday morning, up and out, and I covered the outside of the National Prayer Breakfast. Although you can on CPAC see they filmed the whole prayer breakfast, the speeches and stuff, so you can find that too on CPAC. And but I filmed, live streamed what was going on the outside. There was some really nice, music, and they did a prayer outside, and people had made signs, so you can go and have a look at that. And then after that, I guess, I can't remember. Oh yeah, I just went and had some breakfast, and then I met up with my friend and our friend Johnny Rowe, who has been standing on the line there in Ottawa certainly since the truck convoy, and we had a cup of coffee and had a chat and hung out with him for a while, and so when I don't know if I'm getting my sequences right, but I think I am. So Johnny and I went up to the West Block, and we sat up on the grass up. There's I think it's Borden. I forget his first name, but there's a statue there. So we were close to that and hanging around there on the grass. And by that time it got quite warm, so I was kind of stripped down, took my shoes and socks off and put my feet in the grass, and just was there. And I saw Michael Chong. Now, if you don't know who Michael Chong is, he is a Conservative member of Parliament in Wellington County. If I'm wrong there, sorry Michael, but in Ontario, west of Toronto. And he has been very outspoken about foreign interference. He was one of the MPs that had been, he and his family, targeted by the CCP, the Communist Party of China. So I saw him, and I ran through the grass kind of, and like, oh, hi Michael, how are you doing? And good for you, and keep up the good work, and just had a little chat with him. I had met him before in, if I'm wrong here, Guelph or Kitchener, I forget, but at a town hall, and whether he remembered me or not, but I just shook his hand and said, hey, good work, and keep doing what you're doing, because we got to unearth all this corruption. So I went back, and Johnny and I are hanging out again, and then I see Melissa Landsman coming down the driveway, so I kind of ran through the grass and said, called out to her, and she stopped. And they often don't, but she stopped, and I went down and said kind of the same thing. Good for you guys, you kind of got to dig the rod out, and I said, it may, when it's your turn, you're gonna have to face that music as well. And she didn't shy away from that. She said, yeah, we will have to, and hopefully there won't be much. So that was good. I thought that was a good response. But one I do want to say to all of you most of you probably that are watching this, a lot of you came into this freedom fighting world fighting against the mandates, fighting against this vaccine, and I probably shouldn't even say that word on Facebook, because who knows what I'll get, but fighting the mandates, fighting this government, and saying no to these mandates, and we are certainly still fighting that. We're still it's a funny thing, because on YouTube and all these platforms, you can, I have to be hesitant about what I say and how I say it, which is so crazy. It's very unfortunate. That'll bring me to another thing that I want to talk about. But I did say to her, I was saying, well, many of us have been fighting these. We came into this battle because of the mandates and the whole situation that was involved around that. And so when I was speaking to Melissa, I did say to her that one of the big problems that we have, a country has, this world has, is that we have to heal from the effects of this whole situation. The response that all of it. Again, I think all of you know what I'm talking about. Again, I just don't want to get tagged on this video and, really. But the whole situation, the reason why we went to Ottawa in that, first place, and the mandates. And so I said to her, we do need to heal, as not only as the world has to heal as individuals and families, but as a country, we need to heal. And part of that healing is going to be facing, the outcome of this, the divisiveness that has been caused in our world, our families, our friendships, But I did say, there's healing because there are people that are injured, some severely injured, and some who have died, out and out died, young people. And she didn't say too much about that, and I get that. There's going to be a lot of people that are, oh, hi, Mike. A lot of people that, a lot of legal ramifications to this. So, that reminds me that Dan Hartman will be having a fundraiser coming June 1st. I don't know if there's any tickets left, Dan. I'll see if I can find out. But I got a text from Dan to say there were still tickets June 1st. I'll maybe try and put the link into the description, but I want to make sure that there are tickets. So Dan Hartman's son, Sean, died from the situation that I don't want to say out loud, and very, very sadly, along with many other people. But he's Dan's been fighting this, and he's having a fundraiser to get some funds for his legal. It's not a defense, but he's, I don't want to say too much because I don't know that much, and I don't want to get it wrong. But he's taking the government to court. Watch. Oh, I missed that comment. I want to see what that. I saw something there. Watch the wacky. Oh, now I've lost myself in all this. Can't even see it. Oh, there. Anyway, I'll have a look in a minute. So Dan Hartman is planning on and in the process. Again, I don't want to say too much because I may get it wrong. But in the process of suing the government. So there is that. So I did have that. What I was pleased with Melissa Lantsman is she stopped. She didn't, she wasn't making me rush. We talked. I said my piece, and hopefully I've kind of, not that this would be new to them, but I want them to plant this in their minds that they really need to face this, and we need to heal from this in whatever manner. This has got to be stopped, first of all, and for whatever manner we can heal from this, we've got to do that. So that was, I thought, a really good interaction with Melissa. So thanks, Melissa, if you're watching. Thanks for stopping. Thanks for talking to me and saying hello to Johnny, and so I appreciate that. Then, we hung around with the Wellington Street regulars, Brian Dirksen, the trucker who never left, Steve and Danny and Francine and Paula and Billy and Johnny Rowe, of course. And so we hung around there, and, that's always a pleasure. They say they're a little bit of a rough and tumble group, but, we love them anyway. Not anyway, but of course we love them. And they have the hardest line to hold. If you've not been in Ottawa and stood with them, you won't really know what I mean. You'll have to kind of imagine that. But sitting outside, usually they sit outside the now known as the King's Gates, they took the gates away. I'm not sure what's going on. But sitting in front of Trudeau's office and getting ready to tyrant patrol that bugger. But it's a hard line to hold. So I always tip my hat to them. Thank you very much, Wellington Street regulars, for doing what you do. And so we hung around there for a bit. And then just before I left, thank you, Priscilla. Priscilla gave me 3 pieces of chunky chalk, and I walked down to the back down to the West Block, and I chalked up C. I didn't say write Bill, but I wrote C-63. So Bill C-63, and I put a circle and a big cross through it, like no Bill C-63. So that one, if you guys don't know about that, I don't want to get into a whole lot of talk about that on here because it'd take me forever. But you really, really need to look at that bill. It has not been passed, but it will. It has had its first introduction, its first reading in the House of Commons, and nobody seems to be making a fuss about it. Mark Carney on Senate 415. Oh, thanks. Thank you very much for telling me that. Yeah, let's keep everybody informed about what's going on. You know, we have to watch them. They have to know that we're watching them. And yeah, so yeah, I chalked around this No C-63. That's on what they're calling an Online Harms Act or No Harms Act, and it is definitely a huge um, I don't have a word for it, but against our freedom of speech. So we have to be careful with that, and they're heavy. Um, Not like restrictions, of course, but you know, if you're found guilty by some kind of committee, you know, the committee finds you, and then I guess it goes to court. But if you're found guilty, then you can do life imprisonment. Now that's getting crazy, crazy here in Canada. Me, I'm a freedom of speech. I'm a free speech absolutist. I think we should speak about everything, and however even vulgar that we choose to speak it, that's our choice. And people can listen to us or not. People can accept us in their world or not. You know, I have my lines as far as certainly children go, but you know, of course. But we do have laws already in place. So let's not get nuts, people. Come on. So Bill C-63. So I was really happy that I went and chalked that around. I've put the picture of that up on my Twitter account, which brings me to the next thing. So after that, you know, it was time to go home. So we said our goodbyes and off we went. And I got home last night. And I just want to update you guys how that day went. Oh, yeah, one more thing about that, my Ottawa thing. Some of you may know that I have been, I'm on the list of the no-fly zone, the no-go in the House of Commons well, actually, I just was told I was not allowed in any of the buildings, but I'm on a list that is, I'm not allowed in the House of Commons, in any building. Apparently, I can go into the bathroom, but no, I'm not on the list. I'm not allowed. So this time, I decided I would go and talk to them and find out before just trying to get in and then like, no, you can't get in, because it's sort of embarrassing. It's kind of disturbing to me. So I thought, well, you know what? I'm just going to go first and see and talk to them. And I had called Trudeau should be in jail first for hate speech. Yeah, no kidding. Like, how does he get away with calling us all those names and horrible things, and he's not full of hate speech? Anyway, I think we probably everybody on here would agree with that. So, just before I've emailed the Sergeant at Arms talking about me being on the list of not being able to get into the House of Commons. I had called the Sergeant at Arms. I had emailed the Sergeant at Arms, and just before I left for Ottawa, a day or so before, I called again and said, hey, you know, can you take me off that list? Can you tell me how long I'm on that list? Can you tell me why you put me on that list? And they took my email address and said, we'll let you know, whatever. Well, of course, I didn't get an email from them. So I went and I spoke to the security there, and when you go into the visitors area. Hey everyone. Hi. So, so I went in, gave my identification, and it took a little bit. They made some phone calls, and and the gentleman came out and he said, "Well, I put a call through, and come back in a little bit, and I may have an answer for you." Oh, all right. And then I left. Johnny Rowe and I were there together, and we left and went back down to the street, and I kind of forgot about it. And next thing you know, and I was sitting at the King's Gate, they have, I don't know what those things are called, the big cement, they put them across a road. Anyway, whatever those are called, they have them across the King's Gate entrance because there's no gate. So I was sitting up on one of them, and Johnny said, "Oh, there's a PPS car, kind of motioning to you, calling you." I'm like, "Uh-oh, am I in trouble because I'm sitting on this thing?" I'm like, "I don't know." Anyway, I go up to the guy, and it's this fellow Dominic, who was the security guy, and he said, "Okay, I've got the information for you." And so this is this is nuts. I had no idea. He said, "Okay, I found out that you, in October of 2023, which would have been the date, you were restricted from the House of Commons. You're on the list, and there's no reason given. We can only guess, but I've never done anything ever to even, nothing ever." And so anyway, you're on the list, and you're on the restriction list. Like, no, you're not. You don't get to go in for 5 years. I never knew that. 5 years. That was the time frame. Oh my God. And then he said it got reduced to 1 year. So I should be able to go in October 2024. But then there's another thing that says it's on review. So I was, as much as it's nuts, I was really happy to actually find some information. So I was really pleased. And this Dominic, if he's listening, which I doubt it, but thank you very much for not only following through, but kind of finding me and calling me and, and coming and getting me and updating me. So I appreciate that. So there was that. Was there anything else I wanted to add to this that I kind of forgotten? I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, you guys, thank you everyone who watches these videos and like the live streams, everybody who shares, everybody who watches the videos I put out. I really appreciate it, not only I personally, because it's, me doing it, but as far as the freedom movement goes, I think the more we can communicate with one another, let everybody know what we're doing, how we're doing it, the better, of course. And I know I was saying freedom of speech. Anyway, I think I finished that. So, yeah, thank you very, very much. As many here may know, I was locked out of Facebook, so I'm now trying to build my YouTube channel and my Twitter page. So, if you can share this out and ask your friends to join in, and we'll keep you guys updated from my end of it. Oh, I do want to say too that on Saturday, me and Derek Noonan and a bunch of the Tyrant Patrollers went to towards Godrich. Well, we got to a little place called Hensel, Ontario, and just trying to read the comments. And oh, thanks, Mike. You're awesome too. And everybody, we all stand up in our own way and in our own places, and I'm just thrilled to pieces with everybody, and so yes, we went to Hensel because we had heard that the reservists from the military would be conducting this, what they were calling a wellness check. I don't want to get into all of that either, but you can go down. I did a live stream of that, and I also did a video, and Derek did a live stream, and he's put it up on his Twitter. Of course, if you've seen it already, you know that David Menzies and his photographer, videographer Avery were there as well. So we got a lot of coverage for that between all of us. So please share that out. That's I wish I could read these a little bit better. Hi, Lynn. Oh, hi, Lynn. um, yeah. So share those out, and thanks to everybody for watching that and sharing it out. And so So yeah, that's like, because it's gotten between all of us many several thousands of views. So the more people see it, the more people are aware, and I think that's really the best we can do, because we're not being told this by, obviously, by mainstream media, and we're just not being told, so we need to participate. So you can, again, you can go a few below, a few videos, a few live streams below. I'm doing that because, of course, when you're on YouTube, they're down below. You can see my live streams, you can see my video, and make your own thoughts and opinions on that. And you can go over to Derek Noonan's Twitter page and Facebook page, and Rebel News has covered it, so have a look and you'll see what that's all about. Now, today I'll be joining Derek and Guelph to meet up with some freedom fighters and just, connect. So I don't know if I'll do any video from there or live stream. I don't know. But, I'll just keep you posted on what we're doing here. This is Wednesday. So there's a few things I'm doing this week, and likely it'll be popping up on a live stream. So keep an eye, share this out. Please let people know that, I'm out here, but I'm connected with other people and they're connected with other people, and we'll just keep this going. This weekend it's not a Shelburne weekend, is it? No, I've lost track. Anyway, if it is or it isn't, thank you very much. Um, Thank you to everybody who says thank you, because I do appreciate that. It does mean a lot to me, and it helps me kind of keep going, because I have my own moments of what the heck am I doing this for. So, is this a Shelburne week, Mike? I've kind of lost track. I kind of think it is it, or you had it this last weekend. Now I've lost track, darn. But every other Saturday, whenever that is, Shelburne, Ontario has their bi-weekly rally. Please go. If you've not been there and you're in around Ontario, please go to that. It is a really wonderful rally. It's friendly. It's a small town, and it gets next weekend. Thanks, Mike. So next weekend, so next Saturday, and then it'll be, it's every other Saturday. And Jeremy Glass, as many of you probably know his name or know him personally, he started that. And there's, including Mike there, that you may see in the chat. Join Jeremy, have joined him over the time, and created this wonderful rally. So please get to that. Every Sunday there's a rally. I'm just talking about the Ontario, in around the GTA, because I don't know what's going on across the whole country, but it'd be really nice to know what's going on across the country. Now maybe we'll figure that out. So every Sunday there's a rally in Brampton, at Huron, Ontario, and shoot, I always forget what street it is. Does anybody know? Huron, Ontario. Anyway, it's Brampton. And then in Mississauga, so that starts at 10 until noon. Shelburne hosts great rally. They sure do. And as I was saying, oh yeah, Mississauga, Huron, Ontario, and anyway, Mississauga is Huron, Ontario, and Burnham Thorpe, and they go from about 2 to 4. So that's every Sunday. And then Saturdays, there is the Shelburne rally, but there's also kind of a pop-up rally. Sometimes it's at Lakeshore and Parkside, and sometimes other places. So it looks like they're going to kind of pop up around the GTA area. So, and I don't know if there's something I haven't covered, but if there is, I've forgotten. Likely I'll remember, and I'll tell you on the next one. Please go to theylie.ca. Thanks again for everybody who goes on there. Thanks again for those that have created this page. Yeah. Well, you gotta, those that don't live in and around the GTA or Ottawa or any of these, have become regular rally spots. I hate to say it, but you might just have to find your own, create your own little rally. And, if it's even 2 or 3 people, the people out in Oshawa have been doing an Axe the Tax rally for, sorry Priscilla if I've got this wrong, but certainly at least 2 weeks that they've been sending out there pretty much every day. I think every day. So you can do it. You know, we can all do it in whatever way we do it, but write your MPs, do all that stuff, the Senate, you know, blah, blah, blah. We all know the drill by now. So I just wanted to come on, and I found this little somewhat, hopefully the video's okay and the audio's okay, because I'm in the city, and it's, you know, it's really noisy. So I just walked up the street, and I'm sitting here at the bottom of somebody's garden, and hopefully it's a bit quieter, and yeah, I can hear the birds, and it's kind of nice. But I think that's about it. So if I say we're going to be heading up to, Derek and I will be heading up to Guelph later this afternoon, and who knows, maybe there'll be an update from them. I don't know. That's it. Anybody else got anything quick to say before I adios and see you later? Okay, I'm gonna get, oh, somebody's saying something, hang on, because it's hard for me to read it. And, oh, here we go. When we are planning something small in our village. Oh, great, thank you. That'd be great to see that. Start a petition in district, 25 signature, send to the speaker. Oh, hang on a sec. I gotta get back onto the chat. It pops up and then it leaves. Okay. Start a petition in your district, 25 signatures, send to Speaker of the House, your MP, MPP, City Councillor, School Board, Trustee, banned from, oh, yeah, Parliament. Well, you know, I did write a few letters, but, you know, you get nothing back. So, you know, I'm just kind of going, I'll just keep on, next, okay, thanks for your hard work. You're welcome. Sitting in the hospital. Oh, hey, mate. Well, good luck with that. Hey everyone, Marilyn Trudeau should be in the jail first for hate speech. Yep. Mark Carney in the Senate, 415. Whack the wacky tax. Yeah, exactly. So I think I've got all the chats, and I'll just start heading my way home. You can see a little bit of my neighborhood there. One second, is something you just said. Oh, petitions. We had a good freedom group for three years, but 2 toxic women. Yeah, that's unfortunately that happens, but you know, we just got to keep pushing beyond that. What did I want to say? Oh, petitions. Okay. Now, it's not out yet, and I don't want to jump the gun too much, but the petition for E4701 that got almost 400,000 signatures. Many of you here probably know what I'm talking about, and I won't get into all that, but you know, but there was a petition, E4701, that was read in the House in January, and of course, it, you know, it didn't really go anywhere. It's a petition of non-confidence. Now, Melissa Outwater authored that and got that going. Melissa Ferrier sponsored it. Oh, now I'm in the sun here. And you know, it was great. Almost 400,000 signatures in 30 days is pretty amazing. So Melissa has planned to do another one soon, and pretty much the same thing, asking for a vote of non-confidence. Because of course Jagmeet isn't, you know, he's got the power to call an election, but of course he's not going to do that for all the reasons I'm sure we could all come up with. Oh, sorry, then I can't see. The sun is in my eyes. Hang on, I gotta find a spot that I can read. We're trying to rebuild with a few healthy. Oh, good for you. Yeah, that's good to hear. Yeah, so Melissa's going to, she's already authored it, and basically, yes, you know, pretty much the same thing. It'll be asking for a vote of non-confidence from we, the people. And so once that's up and out, I, along with I'm sure a few others, will be updating, you know, letting you know it's ready to go and to sign it. So when that happens, please, please, please make sure you sign it. Make sure that you share it out. It will again be asking for a vote of no confidence. So that's about it, I guess, everybody. I'm approaching Queen Street here. Oh, hey, Patty. Yeah, sorry, I was hoping I'd see you while I was in Ottawa, but I saw Dee Dee, and said hi to you through her, I hope. So just down there is Queen Street. Where? Down there. Down there. Hey, Patty, I did some chalking. I chalked up C63. So, yeah, it was pretty cool. Patty's the chalking queen. I'm at home now. I'm down, yeah, I'm back home. So, anyway, yeah, I was just there for a little bit in Ottawa. And so, yeah, so I'm just, Oh, you're downtown. Okay. Well, you give them the business, Patty. You give them the business. So yeah, I'm just approaching Queen Street, so it's gonna get loud. So I'm gonna say farewell, and I will update you on what the heck I'm up to next. You never know where you can find me. Um, what else? I talk wacko through the office. Oh, good. Yeah, wacko wacko. Yeah, that'll just drive him nuts, eh? Chalked. Oh, perfect. Oh, you chalked. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, awesome. Yeah, but once I get down to Queen Street there, it's going to get really noisy. So I'm going to say bye. So peace out, everybody. Peace, peace, peace. Freedom, freedom, freedom. Love you. Bye. Yeah, I got you, Patty.